Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mrs. Rosia Imran. Welcome you all in PACE Virtual Learning System. Today is our second lecture. In our first video, we study about set, its definition, and different ways that how to express set. Today we will study how to perform different operations on sets. So in this exercise 1.2, we will study three different operations. One is the union of two sets, the other one is intersection, and the third one is difference of sets, difference of two sets. So if we find the union of two sets, so the union of two sets can be defined. The union of two sets A and B is a set consisting of all elements which are in set A or in set B or in both. Union is denoted with this symbol, just like a letter U. So a union of two sets, in simple words, you can say that in the answer, if you find union of two sets, so union of two sets in the answer set, all the elements of set, the first set, and all the elements of the second set will come in the answer set. But if any element which is common in both in set A or in set B, so that element we will write it one time. Now, according to SOS, question number 1, these three parts is included: first part, fourth part, and fifth part. So here I'll discuss with you the first one and fourth one part, and fifth one part you do it by yourself, just like these two parts. So now come to the first question. Question number 1, find the union of the following sets. Set A is 1, 3, and 5, and set B is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if we are going to find the union between A and B, so how can we write it? We write it A, and then after that the symbol of union U, and then B equal. So set A we copy as it is 1, 3, 5, and then this symbol. Just we follow this A union B. In place of A we write the set A, and in place of union we write union, and in place of B we write the set B. So that will be equal to all the elements which are present in A and all the elements which are present in B. It will come in the answer. 1 is present in both sets, so we write it one time. Similarly, 3 is also present in both sets, so we write it one time. And this 2 we copy as it is 4 and 5. So means that in A union B, all the elements of A and B will come. And the common elements we write it once. Now come to the fourth part. If you check the fourth part, here you have given three sets. Set C is I, O, and U, and set D is A, E, O, and set E is I, E, U. So you are going to find the union of these three sets, C union D union E. So you copy in the same way. In place of C, you write its value set, you write it here in place of C, and then this union symbol, and after that this D, in place of D you write this set D, and in place of union you write union, and then set E. Now you have open choice. If you don't want to do this step, you can also do it directly, because it's not given that first you solve C union D and then you solve with E. Or you can do it like this in two steps, that first you find the union of these two sets, the answer come, and then union with the third set. So in both way, if you do it directly or you do it in two steps, in both way it will be considered correct. So when we take the union of these two sets, the first two set, why I take the union of two set and then with the third set, that it will be easily, you can easily understand and you can easily do it. So in first two sets, I, O, U, A, E, O, here O is common, so we just write it once, and then we write according to the alphabetical order, we write it A, E, I, O, U. All the elements of C and all the elements of D will come in this set. And union we copy as it is, and the third one set we write it as it is. Now we find the union of these two sets. In these two sets, if you check I, E, and U, these three elements are common. So you write it one time, and then the remaining elements are A, E. So A, E, I, O, U. So I hope you understand this question and you know that how to find the union. We already study about union in class 6. So you can say that these questions are the revision of class 6 with some extra information. So the fifth one part, you do it by yourself. At the end, I'll mention the assignment, that which one question you will do it by yourself as a assignment. Now come to the second question. Before going to second question, first we define that what is intersection. Intersection of two sets. If we find the intersection of two sets, so how can we find the intersection? The intersection of two sets A and B is a set consisting of all elements which are common in both sets A and B. The intersection is denoted with this symbol, just like inverted U, you can say that. So the symbol of intersection is this. So in simple words, you can say that the intersection of two sets is the common elements of both. In intersection sets, common elements of both sets will come. So according to SOS, in question number 2, again first, fourth and fifth part is included. So first two parts, first one and the fourth one part here we will discuss, and the fifth one part, inshallah, you will do it as assignment. So come to the first part, find the intersection of the following sets. P is 0, 1, 2, 3, and Q is -3, -2, -1, and 0. So you are going to find the intersection between these two sets. So the first set, you write P intersection Q equal sign, and in place of P you write its value, the set, and intersection symbol as it is, and then in place of Q you write its value. Intersection means common element which are present in the first set and also present in the second set. If you check, one is present in first set but not present in the second set. In second set, -1, that is different from 1. Similarly, 2 is present in the first set but not present in the second. 3 is present in the first but not present in the second. Only 0 is the element which is present in both sets. So if it is present in both sets, so means that the intersection of these two, in the intersection of these two sets, which one element will come? Only this 0. So this is the intersection of two sets. Now come to the fourth part. In fourth part, you have given three sets, U, V, W. Again, here you have choice that you find the intersection of these three sets at a time in a single step, or you can find the intersection of the first two sets, the answer come, then you find the intersection with the third set. So your choice. So first, in place of U, we write its value, set value, and then intersection symbol, and then this V set, set V value, and then intersection symbol, and then W, we write it. This +-1 means that the positive one and negative one both are included in this set. And this +-2 means that the positive 2 and negative 2 both are included in this set. So there is, you have open choice. You can find the intersection of the first two sets, and then the answer come that you find the intersection with the third set. Or you can do you can write the first set as it is and find the intersection of these two sets, the second and the third one. The answer come that you find the intersection with first. In both way it will be considered correct and you will get the same answer. So when we find the intersection between the first two sets, the first one is -1, -2, -3, intersection with 1, 2, 3. So if we find the intersection between these two, you can check in the first set negative values given and in the second set positive values given. So there is nothing common between these two sets. So what we write? Empty set. So just we put the empty braces. So this set answer is empty set. Nothing is common. You can say that the answer is empty set or null set. Now this intersection symbol we copy as it is, and the third one set we copy as it is. You know that in empty set and intersection with some set, again the answer will be empty set. The reason is because there is nothing common in both. So the answer will be empty set. So this is question number 2. I hope you understand it. Now, this fifth part is your assignment. You will try it, you will do it by yourself. And at the end, inshallah, I'll mention the parts and the questions which you will do as a assignment. Now come to question number 3. Before going to start question number 3, you have yesterday we also in previous lecture we also discussed that n is used for natural number and w is used for whole numbers. So the natural number and whole number are approximately same. Only one difference, that is that in whole numbers are started from 0, 1, 2, 3, all the positive numbers, and in natural numbers it started from 1, 2, 3. So you can say that natural number is subset of whole numbers. All the natural numbers are present in the whole numbers. Okay, so we in this question, what is the requirement of the question? That if n is a set of natural numbers and w is set of whole numbers, find n union w and n intersection w. Means that you have to find the both operations which we study in first question and second question. You can say that question number 3 is the revision of both questions. In first we find union of these two sets n and w, and then we find the intersection of these two sets n intersection w. So first we find union. So n union w, and you know that set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3 up to so on. We don't know about the n. Then union symbol we copy as it is, and then w, you know that it started from 0, 1, 2, 3. You know, from 1 to so on it is common. Only 0 is more than the first set. So when we write the union, union means all the elements of the first set and all the elements of the second set. So what will come? 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on, that is equal to w. Means that the union of natural number and whole number is equal to whole number. So the first part we solve here. Now come to the second part. In second part, we have given that you have to find the intersection of these two sets, natural numbers, intersection, whole numbers. So similarly, again, we write all the values of the natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, and then intersection. Then we write the whole number, 0, 1, 2, 3, up to so on. So what is common? All the numbers are common except 0. So means that the answer is 1, 2, 3 up to so on. So you can say that the intersection of natural numbers and whole number is equal to natural number. So question number 4 is just like question number 3. You will do it by yourself. In question number 4, you have given the prime numbers and composite numbers, that you have to find the union of prime numbers and composite numbers, and then intersection of prime numbers and composite numbers. Prime numbers, in our first video, we already discussed that what is the prime number. So prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 or by itself, that is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 19, 23, up to so on. And the composite numbers are which one numbers? Composite numbers are those numbers which are divisible by more than two tables, means that more than one and itself. Just like you say that number 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, all these are composite numbers. So you can say that natural numbers are divided into two parts. One are the prime numbers and the other one are the composite numbers. Prime numbers are those which are only divisible by 1 or by itself. Composite numbers are those which are divisible by more than this, means more than two tables, one and itself. So the um, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, all these are composite numbers. So in the same way, you have to find the union and intersection. So you try it, inshallah, you can easily do it. Now come to question number 5. In question number 5, here you have given both operations which we study, union and intersection, come in the same question, in single question, but one thing is different, that is they give us the round bracket also. You know that if you have given any set, so first of all you solve the round bracket, and after that the curly brackets, and after that square brackets. So in this question, you have given set A, B, and C. Then you have to find the first part, A union B union C. And in second part, you have to find the intersection. But here they give you the restriction that first you find the union of B and C, and then the answer come from this, you find the union with A. Here you don't have open choice, just like question number 1. In fourth part and in fifth part, you have open choice to find the union of any two sets, the first two sets or the last two sets, and then find the union with the third set. But in this question, you have to follow this rule, that first of all you solve the round bracket and the answer come, then you find the union of the answer and set A. Same, question number 6 and 5 both are totally same, only the sets are different. Here you have given ABC, and in question number 6 you have given XYZ, but the operation or the method is totally same, just like question number 5. So question number 5, first part, here you have given A union round bracket start, B union C round bracket close. This is called round bracket or parenthesis. So A union bracket, B union C. So we follow the same thing which is given in the question. In place of A, we write the set A, C, B, and F. Then union symbol is given. You put union symbol. And after that, you have given this round bracket. So we put the round bracket and then set B. So we write the set B enclosed in curly bracket, B, C, F, and G. And then you have given union. So you put union symbol. And then the set C, C, F, G, H, and close the round bracket. So in this, the first set you copy as it is, no change, no solution. As it is, you copy the first set. This symbol U, you copy as it is, no change. Then you find the union of these two sets which are enclosed in the round bracket. So union, you know that all the elements of this one set and all the elements of this one set, means the union all the elements of B and all the elements of C, and common elements we write once. So B we copy as it is, C is common in both, so we write it once, F is common in both, we write one time, G we write as it is, H we write as it is. So this is the union of B and C. Now this answer come from B union C. Now the first set A, C, D, F, we find union with this one set B, C, F, G, H. So again, union, you know that all the elements of this set and all the elements of this one set. So A we write as it is, B we write as it is, we follow the alphabetical order. C is common in both, so we write it once. If you will not follow, if you will not follow the order and you write the union of the sets correct, so again you will get it will be considered correct. It will not be considered wrong. So C is common in both, so we write one time, and then you write D, and F is common in both, you write one time, and G and H. So this is the union of these three sets, A union B union C. But remember one thing, you must follow this rule that the round bracket you solve first. If you solve A union B first and then the answer come, you find the union with C, then it will be considered wrong. So remember one thing, if you have given this round bracket, so you solve it first, this one, and after that the third one set. Now come to the second part, A intersection round bracket start, B intersection C. So in place of A, we copy this set A, and then round bracket start intersection symbol, we put intersection symbol, and then round bracket start, so we put round bracket, and then set B we write it here, intersection, then set C, and then round bracket close. Again we follow the same rule. First of all, we solve the intersection of B and C, set B and set C, and after that intersection with set A. So intersection, we already studied it in question number 2, that intersection is the common elements of both. So if you check in these two sets, C is present in the first set and also present in the second set. So C we write once in the answer set. F is common in both, we write it. G is common in both, we write it. Intersection means the common elements of both. Now the first set, set A, we copy as it is intersection, and this answer we get from intersection of B and C. Now common in these two sets, if you check these two sets, in these two sets C is common in both and F is common in both. So C and F is the intersection of these two sets. Now the third one operation, that is the difference of two sets, that how to subtract two sets. Difference means subtraction. So how to subtract two sets? So before going to the definition that we will that I'll discuss definition with you, one thing remember, when we find the difference or subtraction of two sets, so we look at the first set, we concentrate on the first set, that all the elements which are, for example, A sub A minus B. So we look at the first set A, all the elements of A we will check. If it is present in B, if any element which is present in A and also present in B, that will be subtracted. In the answer, what element will come? All the elements which are not present in B of set A, that will come in the answer set. Now come to the definition. Consider A and B are two sets. Then A difference B is the set. A and B are what? These are the sets. The set of all those elements of set A which are not the element of set B, means that all the elements which are present in A, it will come in the answer set if it is not present in B. Okay, so symbolically, how can we write A minus B. We can write it A minus B, or like this. These two ways, in these two ways, we can represent the subtraction of two set. A simply minus sign and then B, or A this slash B. It also means A minus B. Now here you have given in question number 7, here you have given 4 parts, so 3 parts we will discuss here, and the fourth one part you do it by yourself, just like these 3 parts. In first part, R minus S, so means that you have to subtract S from R. So we follow the same order. In place of R, we write its value 0, 1, 2, 3. And then minus sign, and then set S 0 to 4. Now remember this thing, that you look at the first set, this one set, when you do subtraction. Check it. 0 is present in the second set. Yes, it's present, so it will be subtracted. It will not come in the answer. 1 is present in the second set. No. So you write 1 in the answer because it is not subtracted. Now 2. Look at this 2. 2 is present in the second set. Yes. So 2 is subtracted. It will not come in the answer. Now look at the fourth value 3. 3 is present in the second set. No, it will come in the answer. So the answer will be 1, 3. We don't think about this 4, that we leave this 4, because when we do subtraction, we check the first one set, that if any elements which are not present in the second set, in answer only those elements will come. Now come to the second part. In second part, you have given T minus S. So in place of T, we write the set 1, 2, 3, 4. Then minus sign and then set S 0 to 4. So again, we look at the first set, 1. 1 is present in the second? No. So 1 will come in the answer. 2 is present there? Yes, it will be subtracted. 3 is present there? No, it will come in the answer. 4 is present there? Yes, it will be subtracted. So those elements which are not present in the second set, so only those elements will come in the answer. Now come to the third part, R minus T. So we write the set R as it is, then minus sign, then T set as it is. Now again, we look at the first set. 0 is present there in the second set. No, it will come in answer. Then you check, 1 is present there. Yes, it will be subtracted. 2 is present there. Yes, it will be subtracted. 2 minus 2, finish. And 3 is present there in the second set. Yes, it will be subtracted. So only 0 will come in the answer. We don't think about this 4, that this 4 will go where. When we do subtraction, we check only the first one set, that if any elements not present in the second, only those elements will come in answer. So this is the last question of this exercise. I hope you understand all these questions. So try to do this assignment. The assignment is, this is assignment number 2 and question number 1, fifth part. 3 parts are included, 1, 4th and 5th. So 2 parts I already discussed in this lecture, and the 5th one part you try it by yourself. And similarly in question number 2, 1st and 4th part I already solved, and 5th part you try to do it by yourself. And similarly, question number 3 and 4 both having same method. So 3 I already solved, you do it by yourself. And question number 4, question number 4 you do it by yourself. And question number, just like question number 3. Question number 5 I discussed with you, and question number 6 is just like question number 5. So you will do this question number 6 as assignment. So take care. Bye bye.